In his timeless classic, the Dao De Jing, Lao Tzu wrote of a state called Wu Wei, a state that feels almost magical. You move with ease, yet everything gets done. No wonder that since its origin, the concept has become one of the most mysterious and intriguing ideas in Eastern philosophy. So, what is Wu Wei truly? With over 553 English versions of the Dao De Jing floating around, I've grouped the core meanings of Wu Wei into 4 groups. The first group of translations is more literal, with phrases like non-doing or doing nothing. The second group translate it more as being in the zone, with terms like effortless action or spontaneous action. The third group emphasizes non-interference, like not forcing things or acting without force. And then, of course, you hear of the paradoxical ones, like acting without acting or trying without trying. A bit confusing? Yeah, for sure. Actually, each translation may grab a piece of it, and that's kind of the point. Wu Wei isn't something you can pin down with one precise definition. It's more about a way of being, something you have to live and feel. In this video, we'll tap into that feel, but not through the theories. Instead, let's feel the beauty of Wu Wei through an ancient poem written 3,000 years ago in the Book of Songs. The Book of Songs is the oldest and most significant poetry collection in the Far East, influencing countless emperors, literary giants, strategists, and connoisseurs alike. In fact, many words found in the Dao De Jing, including Wu Wei, first appeared in this ancient text. If you're curious about the Book of Songs, you'll love our previous episode. Just hit that link in the description. Now, let's feel the flow of Wu Wei and find out how to bring that effortless vibe into our rushed modern life. Hello everyone, welcome to Eastern Aesthete, a channel reawakening ancient wisdom of the Far East for all. The poem's titled Wild Creepers, and here's how it begins.
In the wilds, creepers grow, with pearls of dew glistening at dawn's glow. A beauty from afar appears, with delicate grace and eyes so clear. A chance encounter was our meeting, just as I had wished.
Just a note, we won't be able to read the entire poem here. If you're interested in exploring the full translated collection, feel free to check out the book via the link in the description below. I must confess, there's really no way to fully translate ancient Chinese poetry into English. Not really. Each pictographic character is like its own little universe, carrying layers of meanings that can vary depending on the context. And more than that, so much of the meaning comes through the musicality of the words. The moment you translate it, a big chunk of that original meaning disappears. So here's the deal. Let me share with you the poetic beauty I found in the original ancient script, a humble contemplation beyond the translation. It is a morning, 3,000 years ago. The air is alive with something rare and real, cool, wild, and utterly clean. It carries the scent of damp soil, of sleeping roots, and of the earth itself. Nothing crafted, nothing forced. Just the raw, unspoiled perfume of creation in its purest form. Across the land, creepers stretch endlessly, unrestrained, each leaf holding a pearl of dew, sparkling like stars under the first light of dawn. And within this untouched stillness, a beauty appears. It enters the scene gently, riding on the breeze, bathed in the soft glow of the day, tender and sublime. From that moment on, life, as I wished, has been accompanied by beauty. In the ancient Chinese language, the word mei, often translated as beauty, carries multiple meanings. It could refer to a beautiful man, or even a beautiful woman. Mei isn't just about looks. It's beauty in every sense you can imagine. Like a beautiful heart, a beautiful book, a beautiful aspiration, or anything beautiful you hope to be with. Through its vivid imagery, the poem performs an alchemical transformation, dissolving the distinction between the observer and the observed, between the self and the world. In this transformative space, Wu Wei reveals itself not as a perplexing or tedious principle, but as the very poetic pulse of existence, a cosmic default that optimizes all processes, unforced by human anxiety or artificial control. The earth is breathing, dew is gemming, mist is dancing, creepers are sprawling, and humans are simply savoring it all. In the poem, we behold the 10,000 things rising and falling without command. Here we glimpse the beauty of Wu Wei, the way of no way that moves all ways. And when we sync with this invisible but omnipresent way, effort becomes effortlessness, and action flows with ease. So how might we tap into the ease of Wu Wei? From this poem, we draw a disarmingly simple takeaway: to follow the way of nature. You may wonder, what is the way? It can sound abstract or mysterious. Yet in truth, the way isn't hidden or far away. It lives right with us every day in everything we do. Think about it. A year has 4 seasons. A day has 24 hours. The sun rises in the east and sets in the west. Spring gives birth. Summer grows. Autumn harvests. And winter rests. This is the order of nature. And this is the way. No matter how far technology advances, the way, for 3,000 years, never changes. Does it sound simple? Well, if we take a step back and think about it, the way we eat, the way we sleep, and the way we rest, we might be shocked by how much the way we live today simply stray from the way of nature. As Teresa S. Wiley notes in her book, Lights Out, Sleep, Sugar, and Survival, there is something we rarely think about. The invention of the light bulb has disrupted one of the body's most essential functions, its natural sleep cycle. These circadian rhythms are vital to hormone balance and overall well-being. By staying up late in artificial light, we trick our bodies into thinking it's always summer. The cost of this illusion is steep: disrupted hormones, restless nights, and a rising tide of modern illnesses. That same kind of disconnect with the earth also shows up right on our plates. A recent study shows that more than half of the calories we eat in the US and UK come from ultra-processed foods. And here's where it gets a little scary. Dr. Kiara Chang of Imperial College London revealed a decade-long study tracking nearly 200,000 adults aged 40 to 69. And guess what they found? For every 10% increase in ultra-processed foods in a person's diet, they saw a rise in cancer, obesity, and type 2 diabetes. We live in an era where human intervention has become the hallmark of progress. We engineer food in lab and sculpt our faces with machines, but we have forgotten a fundamental truth. We do not merely inhabit the earth, we are of it. The more we try to control, the more we ironically lose control of the magic force that arises from the natural flow of life, from the beauty of Wu Wei. I still remember the best tomato and cucumber I've ever had, and I mean ever. It was over 10 years ago in my friend's little garden on a Mediterranean island. Nothing fancy, just good soil, plenty of sun, a sea breeze, and a whole lot of love. When I took that first bite, bam, my mouth was hit with an unforgettable taste. Floral, sweet, and pure, like I was literally tasting the heartbeat of nature. No chemicals, no lab-made magic, and no factory tricks can match that kind of deliciousness. A taste I still remember to this day. Nature just gets it right. And that's the mystery of nature. The grass doesn't try to grow. It simply grows. The breeze doesn't force. It simply drifts. The dew doesn't perform. It simply glistens. And the air doesn't try to impress. It simply refreshes. In this gently unfolding moment in the poem, a beauty simply appears. This ancient poem from the Book of Songs reminds us, sometimes the fundamental truths are astonishingly simple. Though the modern world moves faster and our minds grow busier, yet beneath it all, the primal force that turns the seasons and moves the stars remains unchanged. It is only human pride and intellect bury the truth in shadows of our own making. Maybe it's time for us to return to that natural rhythm, to the wisdom of the Tao, to the art of Wu Wei. Thank you for watching. If today's episode sparked a little new perspective on your life journey, be sure to give us a thumbs up, subscribe to the channel, and leave a comment below. Your tiny click could make someone's work more magical. Before you go, we invite you to click the link in the description to explore East Asia's oldest poetry, the Book of Songs. In addition to original commentary and translation, we've created unique artwork for each poem, aiming to capture the invisible poetry of these ancient Eastern verses through the visible light of Renaissance art.